Hi guys, it's Summers here and welcome to the final episode of this season, Season 2 in my Squad Goals Career Mode series, and in this first game of the episode we're going to face off against Watford at Vicarage Road. So let's check out our lineup for this game. We've got Horn in goal, El Mohammadi at right back, Oxford, Zagadou in the centre, Henry out on the left hand side, Grealish, Burge and McGinn in midfield, and then we've got Nelson, Weah and Smith Rowe up front. Straight out into the action here, 5 minutes on the board, and Smith Rowe's been found down the left hand side. He's cut inside slightly and knocks it into the box. The defender got there but nearly put it into his own net. As we take the corner that come from that, and it's a great header there from Timothy Weah. Got head and shoulders above his opposition from the corner, smashed it against the underside of the bar, and the guy on the line could do nothing about it, even though they're really poor at that anyway on this game. And he probably wouldn't have got to it in any case. So yeah, as the corner comes in here from John McGinn, it's towards the near post, and Timothy Weah gets ahead of all the defenders, and it's easy pickings for a striker like him. For that defender on the line. And got hope in hell, nor had the goalkeeper when it hits the underside of the bar in that way. Great start to the game. And we once again got Smith Rowe on the ball here. Knocks it back to McGinn, who's knocked it onto Weah, and Weah with the shot drags it wide. Smith Rowe, McGinn, onto Timothy Weah. He's found the ball up over the top to Reece Nelson. He's cutting in. Oh, unlucky there from the young winger. Keeper did well to close down the angle. Sander Berge on the... Oh, hits one from distance there, Sander Berge. Another corner for us here. Zagadou. Oh, he's hit the bar. Not bad, not bad. We're doing well against Watford here. Second half. Into Grealish. Grealish cuts it into McGinn, and McGinn with the right-footed slotted it home there. Unusual for McGinn to score with his right foot, to be fair. He's a heavily left-footed player. But it's a super ball through from Jack Grealish, and he just pushes it into the goal as he runs onto it. Super finish. First time that they've really looked dangerous in any capacity in this game. Don't close them down correctly. Zagadou's gone walkies. A couple of efforts there on goal but they've got us pegged in. Trying to get the ball away from them, and they've got to the back post, and what the hell was going on with El Mohammadi there as he went to get that header at the back post? So they've thrown the ball into the box, and El Mohammadi has defeated the laws of physics by the looks of it. That is some random FIFA glitch if ever I've seen one. You just basically look at that. Madness, absolute madness. It's like he fast forwarded. The AI clearly wanted to score that goal. So we get another attack here from Watford, and we've conceded a penalty. Completely dominated this game up until about 65 minutes, and then Watford score what I would consider to be a very spawny goal because of the situation with El Mohammadi, and then we give away a penalty. Bonkers. And the keeper watches it as it drifts past him. I did go to dive that way, so yeah, I don't know what to say really. McGinn here with a corner, knocks it in, and the keeper does fantastic there to draw the save. So a 2-2 result there against Watford in this first game of the episode. John McGinn was absolutely crazy in that match. Got 9.5 and man of the match. He scored 11 points for the episode, and obviously, as you can see, Jack Grealish was behind him quite significantly on 4. Such was his performance. Let's move out to the scout reports here, and we've got Alfie Rose in England, not really finding anybody of any significance. As we move out to our other scout, Lewis Fraser, who's been sent out to the United States, just having a look at the few players that he's managed to find. Quite a few of them not really up to the standard. Did you notice that name then, Jordan Michaels? Really, the other way around would have been so much better. We would have had to sign Michael Jordan, nevertheless. There's a few players on that list there that we've left behind in order to watch into the future, as we head back to Villa Park for a home game against West Ham. As we can see here, the table, we're in 16th position on 31 points, only having won 5 games so far this season, with the draws our biggest weapon in our armoury at 16. Looking at the lineup, we've got Horn in goal, Bree, Chester, Zagadou and Henry at the back, with Grealish, Burge and McGinn in midfield. Green, Weah and Smith-Rowe line up front. Free kick here to West Ham, 25 yards out. Went back towards the line, but to be fair, it was a pretty abysmal attempt there. Jack Grealish on the ball, knocks it into Timothy Weah. He's holding it up on the edge of the box to find McGinn, and McGinn with a great shot once more from sort of 16 yards out on the angle. West Ham putting us under pressure here. That's a pretty diabolical attempt on goal there. Blazed it over the bar. Keeper, well done there by Horn, holding on to that one. He's going to knock it out, having dropped the ball. That's a new tactic that I've decided to go with. He's quite good with the ball at his feet. Jack Grealish has knocked it out to John McGinn, and McGinn's found Timothy Weah. Grealish with the run on through, hits it, draws the save. Not a bad effort there from Grealish, but it was on his left peg. As we get a corner just before the end of this half, once again it's John McGinn with the corner. He knocks it to Weah. It was almost a repeat of the header he scored in the Watford game, but it was cleared off the line this time. So we go into the end of the first half, 0-0, as we lob the ball out there to Green. Green finds Jack Grealish inside. He knocks it over the top, and Smith-Rowe's got onto it. Yes, nice goal there from Emile Smith-Rowe. Some lovely ball over the top from Jack Grealish. Just dinks it up over the top, and Smith-Rowe outdoes the defenders. Manages to hustle the ball away from them, and it's a fantastic strike. Keeper could do nothing about it. Throw in there from West Ham, who've now knocked it into the box, and they've scored a long range header from about 19 yards, I'd say. Yes, I don't know what really to say about that defending. Should have been Chester's man really, and it was the smallest man we've got on the pitch trying to defend against it in the end. Rico Henry, the left back. 78 minutes on the clock, we're under pressure here. Jack Wilshere on the ball. He knocks it into Antonio, and Antonio with a fantastic strike. And then they've hit the post. 85th minute. Reece Nelson here out on the wing. Oh, gets it in. Nobody there in the box though, and the keeper gathers it up. 89th minute. West Ham knocking the ball around nicely there, and on the volley, keeper has to make a decent save. So another draw on the board. 1-1 there against West Ham. Not too bad a result, to be honest, considering the way we were playing. We didn't have a huge amount of efforts on goal. Smith-Rowe with his goal got 8 points in this game towards his tally for the episode, with Rowe on 5. That makes the tally now. McGinn on 12, Smith Rowe on 10, Horn on 7, and Ware on 6. As we move out to a bit of training, got Nelson in those 3 slots from a hangover, so we're just going to make some changes in that respect and put in some of the youth players. Got Bjorn Lundberg, he's taking up slot number 1. See him as having quite a bit of potential for the future. At 15 years of age, he's certainly going to have some progression. He's already worth 875,000 at this point, and he's on 65 overall, so I think he's got decent potential for the future. So he gets 2 slots, Ware with 1, and Horner's also got 2 slots. As we move out to the 3rd game of this episode, smashing through them as quickly as we can because there's a number of them to get through in this episode. Burnley away from home at Turf Moor. As we take a look at the lineup, we've got Horn in goal, Bree, Chester, Zagadou, Bastoni and Henry at the back, so playing 5 at the back in this game. Berge and McGinn are in midfield, playing the deep lying roles, with Grealish in the cam position, Ware and Dicko are up front. Burnley on the ball here, knocking it around quite nicely with 6 minutes on the clock, and it's meant that Horns had to make a pretty decent save, to be honest, and we conceded the corner there. Burnley once more, knocking the ball around on the edge of the box, and they found some room, but he's dragged the shot wide. James Bree bombing forward down the right hand side, knocks it into the box. He's found McGinn, and McGinn with a solid header, but the keeper's made a fantastic save. Into the second half, Burnley found some space there, and the keeper has to push it wide. It's a lovely strike. Timothy Ware deep, knocks it onto Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish holds the ball up in midfield with a little spin and knocks it out to Ware, who's found some space out on the right hand side. He knocks it in the box, and it's Rico Henry on the end of it. Marauding left back has found some space in the box to get a header. A great goal by Rico Henry. Great cross by Timothy Ware as well. He's really good when he gets out on the wing. Interchangeable really between the striker position, and if we're struggling for wing players we could play him out there because he's quite good out there. Nice header as well from the left back. 90th minute here, with 2 minutes adding on, and they've got it on into the box. It's a volley and it's just wide. Well, that was one last attempt at trying to get the draw out of us, but we've got the victory. So 2 draws and a win in this episode so far. Not bad going. This game's top players were Timothy Ware with 7, having obviously set up the goal, Horn with 6, and Henry got 5. So that means this episode's top players are now John McGinn with 14, and Ware and Horn are both creeping up behind him on 13. Moving out to a bit of training, we've got Ware, Smith Rowe, Lundberg, Giordano and Ampadu in the slots now, as we're trying to get some improvement out of them all. Next game in the episode is a visit to Chelsea, away from home at Stamford Bridge.
Welcome to the pitch, our visitors, Aston Villa and Chelsea.
So let's have a take a look at our lineup for this one. We're playing 5 at the back again. Ampadu comes in to play against his ex-team. We've got El Mohammadi, Ampadu, Oxford, House, Wagnerman at the back, with Maitland-Niles, Pugh and Shaparenko in midfield, and Green and Codger lining up front.
Thank you.
Pjanic there, out to Willen, out back to Pjanic. Kante, Morata, finds Telles. Oh my God. Keeper was absolutely rooted to the spot. I don't think he was expecting such a rocket of a shot at the near post. That is an absolute bullet. I don't know what to say about that, to be fair. Keeper just watched it in. Okay, Pjanic again on the ball, knocks it inside to Kante. Not a bad effort, but we managed to block that one as Hazard knocks the ball in, and not too bad an effort from the header as Kodja gets free into the box, holds off the defender. Oh, he's knocked it over the bar. Kodja there could have scored the equaliser just before half time. Moving on into the second half. Timothy Weah's come on. He knocks the ball through to Maitland-Niles. Oh, and he's blazed it over the bar. Should have done better from there, Maitland-Niles. Didn't even draw a save. Pjanic's not fair. Pjanic here on the ball. Finds Kennedy. Kennedy finds Hazard, and it's an absolute stormer there from Hazard. Sorry, it's Dzeko. I was watching the names coming up on the bottom of the screen, and Hazard's flashed up for some reason rather than Dzeko's. Absolutely battered that into the left-hand side. As Chelsea come and take another attempt at goal, and Horns had to come to the rescue once more. So that's a loss in this game against Chelsea. They are far superior opposition, and to be honest, we held out ourselves quite well against them in that game. Horn got 6, Maitland-Niles 5 for that game. And this episode's top players now is Horn with 19, whereas Weah are now down on 14, along with John McGinn. Let's have a look at the youth academy here, because Matteo Casardi's told us that he wants to be promoted to the senior team. He's worth 800,000, has some decent potential, between sort of 75 to 80 odd. So I'm not too bothered about promoting him. I think we'll put him into the senior team, along with Okoye there and Moritz Schneider, as they've both requested that they be moved up. Just because I think even if they're not going to get in the team in the future, we can either loan them out or potentially sell them off to make back some of the money that we outlaid to get the scouts in the first place. Some of these players would only be fringe at best anyway at this stage. So Ollie Brown there, we've promoted him because he's clearly making some progress as well. As we move out to the last game of the episode and the season indeed, as we face off against Southampton at St Mary's Stadium. For this game we're going to play Horn in goal, Bree at right back, Chester and Zagadou in the middle, with Henry at left back. We've got Grealish, Maitland-Niles and McGinn in midfield, and Nelson, Weah and Smith-Rowe are playing out up front. Bree here's managed to find some space on the right hand side. He knocks it into the box, but the keeper's punched it away. Bree heads it back in, but it's ping-ponged out of play for a throw-in. Taking the throw-in was Bree. He's knocked it into Jack Grealish. Grealish has found Timothy Weah, who's found John McGinn, and that was, I believe, Nelson with the left-footed shot from sort of the corner of the box. Not great effort, but one on target at least. Timothy Weah has been found here with the ball. He's going to knock it down the channel, cuts back inside, hits one. Keeper's good for that though. Timothy Weah out on the right hand wing. He's brought down. Seriously, why is that not a penalty? So he fake shots, and he didn't get anywhere near the fucking ball. Whatever. That was definitely a penalty, as Southampton now go close.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
You are joking me, yeah? What an absolute shambles at the back there between Chester and Horn. Can do nothing about those kind of scenarios, because Chester's just literally chested it down. Horn's come out to come and gather it, doesn't gather it, and between them they've made an absolute mess of it, and Alanusi's just come in and gathered up the ball and put it in the back of the net. Smith Rowe with a header there, unlucky. Okay, Grealish on the ball. He's knocked it onto Timothy Weah. He's going to cut back. Who can he find in the box? Nelson. Good goal there from Reece Nelson. Good set-up play from Timothy Weah out on the wing again. They'd sort of interchanged with one another, which is a good bit of play between the two players. Yeah, nice cut back, and Reece Nelson with his left foot just slots the ball home. Oh yeah, Megs. Straight through the legs of the defender. Southampton on attack here with Porto. He knocks it into the box and we kind of get it clear, but it's still in Southampton's possession. Oh, and a lovely shot there from the edge of the box. A swivel shot on the half volley. Elanusi again. Can't complain about that one. The only complaint I've really got is that we didn't clear the ball fantastically well in the first place, and that's what's allowed Southampton to take the lead once more. Great shot though. Goal kick here from Southampton, so let's put them under a bit of pressure. Closing down with both players. Well advanced here, trying to get the ball away from the opposition. And we have stolen it away. Jack Grealish on the ball, takes the shot, but he's blocked. Comes out to John McGinn, and he takes the shot, and he's got it. John McGinn with another right-footed effort. Put them under a hell of a lot of pressure there on the lead up to that goal to try to steal the ball away. Jack Grealish with the first attempt, then turns it into John McGinn, and John McGinn just strikes it from the edge of the 18-yard box into the top right-hand corner. I take back everything I've said about John McGinn's weak foot, because the last few episodes he's been so much better on his right-hand side. Zagadou there with a suicide ball out towards McGinn. Horn has to come to the rescue there as one of the Southampton players got free in the box. Nice lobbed through ball there to Smith Rowe. He chases it down the line, knocks it into the box. Oh, and Reece Nelson just can't quite get the diving header on it. So it's another draw there for coming into the end of the season. 2-2 against Southampton. We'll have to wait to see if that's enough to keep us up. Jack Grealish got man of the match and 7 points in that episode, followed quite closely by John McGinn and Reece Nelson with 5. That means this episode's top player is Horn in goal. He's got 21. John McGinn followed him with 19 and Weah with 18. A couple of emails in here to say that we're doing a decent job with our youth academy. Youth development target has been met. That means that the only one of the objectives that we currently haven't got on target is the short-term financial. As we move on into the training sessions, and clearly we need to throw some weight behind Horn, who was the head and shoulders above everybody in that episode. We'll leave the 2 centre-backs in that position because we can only do 3 training modes with a goalkeeper in one sitting. So we'll give him 2 slots in this next training scenario. Going to hand another one to Weah. I hope you enjoyed that episode, guys. We did have a decent run of games there. I know we didn't have a significant amount of victories, but we got quite a number of draws under our belt. Chelsea being the only blot on the copybook in that episode, so I think that we should have been able to survive relegation. You'll have to find out in the next episode though, where I'm going to do a review of the season. I'm going to have a look at the progress of all the players throughout the season and how they've improved. But if you did enjoy it, hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel for future FIFA 2019 content.